Long-term goals may be ruining your productivity, dampening your motivation, and holding you back from achieving success. So in this video, I wanted to talk about this issue, using 5-year plans as an example, and show you the real trick to achieving consistent progress over time. Stay tuned. So what is the problem with long-term goals? On the face of it, a long-term goal like a 5-year plan can seem like a great idea. It can give you a spurt of motivation and give you a direction to move in. But actually they can hold you back and completely dampen your motivation in the long run. I'll explain how. Number one, they only show you the destination and not the path. A 5-year plan shows you where you want to be, but not how to get there. Great, you want to grow your business to a certain level, but how are you going to get there? What does that look like day to day? It's just like New Year's resolutions. Every year people make these plans to become a better person or lose weight or launch a business, and they post on Instagram saying 2024 is my year. But that motivation only lasts so long, and we see so many people giving up within a month or two, if you're lucky. And that's because they don't have a plan. They simply have a destination but not the route to get there, and that can completely dampen your motivation. Number two, they leave you out of control. In 5 years, so much can happen that's out of your control. You may have aimed to work your way up the corporate ladder, but your boss is failing to see your hard work. Or maybe you want to launch a new business, but another global pandemic comes around the corner. Touch wood. The issue is, if we expect certain things of ourselves in the future, no matter how hard we work, if we don't achieve them, we can feel like a failure. For example, I plan to move abroad within a year of starting my online job, and I worked tirelessly, harder than I ever had before to try and get to this point, but I couldn't do it. I failed. Despite having worked so hard and achieved so much, I still felt like a failure because I wasn't able to achieve this plan that I'd made for a long time in the future. Plus, who wants to be living in England? And this can happen to all of us. Hard work does not guarantee results, especially when life throws a curveball at you. Just think, have you ever worked so hard for something and still not been able to attain it? How did that make you feel? Did you feel proud of yourself for the amount of work you put in? Or did you actually feel disappointed you didn't achieve your goal? Number three, they make your goals feel distant. The distance between us and the finish line can be so demotivating at times and even overwhelming. Therefore, the longer we plan in the future, the more likely we are to experience these emotions because the finish line is so much further away. For example, I would love to grow this channel to, 1 million subscribers, but that is so far away. And if I constantly thought about that and thought about the distance between where I am now and that goal, that would be so demotivating, and it would lead me to look past all of the progress I've already made. That being said, if you want to help me move towards that mark by subscribing, that would be greatly appreciated. We can massively increase our motivation by simply reducing the distance between us and our goals, but more about that in a bit. Number four, they close you off to new opportunities. Just as a lot of things can get in our way within 5 years, a lot of new opportunities can come our way as well. However, if we become so focused on achieving one particular outcome, we may look past some opportunities that lead us in a different, potentially more rewarding direction. I, at one point, was hoping to become a poker player. I know it sounds crazy, but I was spending hours a day studying and playing and really trying to get good. However, after a few months of doing this, another job opportunity came about that would allow me to travel, have more job security, and still make a decent amount of money. If I had become so focused on this poker player dream of mine, I would have missed out on this opportunity that I happen to be working in now. So what's the alternative? The key is to focus on two things: short-term goals that lead you in a particular direction and your daily input. Instead of locking yourself into long-term goals, start planning for the next 2 or 3 months. Set a clear and attainable goal within that time frame. For example, you may want to achieve 500 subscribers on your channel within the next 3 months. That gives you a good direction to move in. But here's the crucial part. Don't obsess over that goal. Instead, focus on what you can control, and that is your daily actions. How exactly are you going to hit 500 subs? You may aim to post once a week, which means every day you need to be working on a new video. Or maybe you need to look at your past videos and analyze them and try and find mistakes you made. By focusing on what you're doing each day, you'll feel so much more motivated because you can actually see the progress you're making. You're not waiting to achieve something in the future, you're achieving something every day. This approach puts you in control. It means you're no longer relying on external things like the YouTube algorithm to promote your video or other people wanting to subscribe to your channel. Instead, you're looking at your daily input, your actions, and that you can always control. Therefore, even if the outcome isn't what you had expected, you can still feel proud of yourself because you've always been noticing how much work you've put in. For me, this has been a game changer. I now focus on improving one thing each video I make. That way, even if a video doesn't do well, I still feel proud of myself and of the work I put in. So by balancing focusing on our daily input and also making sure we're moving towards a goal that's not so distant in the future, we can stay motivated but also ensure we're making progress. Plus it means if a new opportunity comes in our way, we're not locked into a certain direction and we have the freedom to go another way if we want. Focusing on a short-term goal can be really motivating, but consistency can still be very difficult. This is something I recently made a video on. In this video, I covered a wonderful bit of insight I got from Oliver Berkman that has redefined my view on consistency and allowed me to be way more motivated and make much more progress towards my goals. So if you're interested in that, feel free to check it out right here. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to like and subscribe. That would be greatly appreciated. And aside from that, have a lovely day.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.